Welcome to the Manchester Museum. This was a place that me and my family went to. It was an amazing place. It was so cool to look at all the different stuff in the museum. So let's take a look inside, shall we? First, we went to the Wild Exhibition Hall. We saw loads of different animals, like this fox. There were all these insects. Here's a picture of all of them. There was also this rooster. I don't know why I was there. There was also this massive fox, Arctic fox, right in the middle. There was this deer and crane in the middle, and this still gives me nightmares. Seriously. Then we saw that they had the hair of the last mammoth over 10,000 years ago. Like seriously, imagine this thing stuck on a mammoth over 10,000 years ago in Russia. There was also these sea things like shells and weeds. Finally, we saw some massive hall just for sea animals and sea items. There were whales, there were seals, there were birds, there were pretty much everything you can find in the sea. There were some shells and there were some rocks with loads of items in there. There was a wetsuit and a treasure chest. I don't know why they were there, but they looked cool. There was this next part with a sheep in it. It looked kind of cool, but it was like staring into my soul. There was also this survey, this little fun survey sharing your feelings about the nature. There was also this wild future thing where you could draw whatever you want and see what the future holds. I even drew one on my own. Finally, we saw this Egyptian hieroglyph stone that was interactive, so whenever I touched something, it showed what it meant. Next, we went to the Chinese and South Asian gallery. First, we went to the Chinese. We saw this massive cupboard with loads of items in there from the Chinese, and loads of cool objects that they used to use. Next, we went to the South Asia gallery. It showed the different languages from South Asia. This wall had so much art on it, I don't even know where to start. I saw the suit as well, it looked like it was from a long time ago. There was this really good necklace as well, it looked so good. All these stuff were made in South Asia. There was Gandhi as well, he was a big part of it. There was also this colourful rickshaw on display. There were these pottery shards that looked like it came from somewhere, but it's a mystery. There was this massive screen with a video playing on it, so me, my mum and my sister watched it. We entered another part of it, which got us all the way over here. There was this stone statue as well. Oh, and here's the bicycle again. There was loads of text here and a Buddha. There was also this thing. I'm not quite sure what it was, but it was something. Next, we exited the South Asian gallery and moved on. This was the Egyptian part. We saw some real hieroglyphs and we saw an ancient tomb. There was We thought there were no mummies in there, but you see in a second what there was in there actually. Here's a better view of those tombs. And this is what I'm talking about. This was a real mummy stored inside of the tombs. This is probably the scariest thing I have ever seen. There was also loads of cat statues because the Egyptians worshipped cats. It was like holy to them. This tomb was quite like flat. I know I was so flat, but it was. We saw this massive lion. It looked so cool. When I entered it, I thought it was a real lion. I was extremely scared, but then I realized it was just a model. There was a snake as well. Next, we went into a giant hall with a skeleton of a sperm whale on top. It showed loads of different types of stuff like this. There was this person sitting there, and there was also this elephant. They're all plaster cast though. They weren't real stuff. There was a spider cast as well, but I'm not getting into that. There were some skeletons. There were dinosaur skeletons, there were bird skeletons, there were mammal skeletons, there were loads of stuff that were skeletons. There was also this monkey as well, but you might mistake it for a human because monkeys and humans used to have really similar skeletons. It showed the difference between our skeletons and the monkey skeletons, and you can see how similar we are to them. Here's a closer view of it. This one was also quite scary. This was a horse called Old Billy. It died at 62 years old and was the longest living horse ever known. We also went to the second floor and it showed the skeleton in its true form. This thing is absolutely massive. Imagine stumbling across this. There was also this turtle part where it showed loads of turtles, like amphibians and reptiles. Next to it, there was this dog. There was this information about dogs and evolution. There was also these really cool ores, like these were stalactites. They looked like, one of them looked like tooth. They looked kind of scary. There are also agates. You can see them here. There was this massive piece of amethyst. It looked so cool. It was glinting. I loved it. On the other side, there's some fluorite as well. This was a copper vein. It looked so cool. I've never seen copper in real raw form, like not polished. There was also some lead ore. This looked so beautiful. I wish I could take it home, but I was not allowed. It was glinting. It was so shiny. It was amazing. This was a part where it showed loads of alphabetical stuff, and after that we exited and moved on to these other parts. This part had loads of very small frogs and toads. They looked amazing. And look at this one. It was nice and cyan and black. This looked amazing as well. At the outside of it, there was more ores. There was some fluorite and some kind of like spherical thing. There was some basalt as well. Next we move on to the dinosaurs. This is what I was waiting for. It showed so many cool types of dinosaurs. Like, look at this. Amazing. It showed the bones, the individual bones of the dinosaurs. They were massive. Like, look at this one. This skeleton was also really cool. I love the horns as well. And in the center there was a massive T-Rex. There was also these floating stuff of what the dinosaurs used to look like, but without being in the skeleton form. There was also this plaster cast of a smaller dinosaur. It showed what the world looked like when the dinosaurs were around. It showed the ways it turned into different types and the way they died, the way the dinosaurs died. You can see how different it looked there. And here's the back of that T-Rex. Next finally we went to the coffee shop. I just had a bit of a snack there. And the best part of this is it's completely free. There's parking in walking distance and me and my family had a really good time. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe and hit the bell button if you haven't already, and goodbye.